Hello everybody, this is Sky Darmas. Today I had a realization about exotic matter. Exotic matter is important in my theory because according to SPD quantum gravity, exotic matter existed at the beginning of the universe, or as I like to call it, the border of the emergent past. And it condensed into primordial black holes, and those were the seeds of galaxies. Now, exotic matter has negative mass, negative inertial mass, but according to SPD quantum gravity, the gravitational mass is still positive. So, what can we expect from such kind of matter? Would it fall up in Earth's gravitational field? Well, if we have mg here and m is negative, we put it over here. This is SPD quantum gravity formalism, and so here there's no mass. It's just quark count, so it doesn't have anything to cancel with. But if you divide by a negative number, your result's going to be negative. So here you expect it to actually fall up. But then if you look from the perspective of the other mass, in this case Earth, the acceleration Earth has towards the falling object is still positive. But of course it's going to be tiny because Earth's gravitational field is huge, and this is just one hypothetical object of exotic matter. Now, if those two masses were equal in magnitude, then what you would get is they wouldn't move. There would be no net force. Now, what if the exotic matter were much larger than the matter particles here? What you would have is the matter would still be attracted to this exotic matter, and so if you have a big exotic matter seed, you will have it be attracted by ordinary matter, and so then the ordinary matter grows, and it could become even much larger than the exotic matter, but still they wouldn't repel each other because the normal matter would be surrounding the exotic matter spherically, and so then Newton's shell theorem applies, which says that when you have a spherical mass, inside that spherical mass, gravity cancels out, because when you, for example, you're in the sphere and you're close to this side, then you're gonna be more attracted to that part of the sphere, the shell, and less attracted by those parts of the shell on the other side. But there are more of those remote parts of the shell. So overall, the result is that gravity will be the same in every point. So you will be pulled in all directions exactly the same, and it cancels out. So basically what you have is so it works. You can have exotic matter seeds, and they will have positive gravity because their gravitational mass is positive. Because in space particle dualism, with SPD quantum gravity, you always are dealing with absolute values of sets. So you have the set of all the charges, hypercharges, I mean, in the first object, and set of all the hypercharges in the second object. And so you're never going to deal with anything negative when it comes to gravitational mass. Only when it comes to inertial mass you could be dealing with something negative. So every mass is a complex number. Every energy is a complex number, which makes a lot of sense because the wave function is complex. And so when the imaginary component becomes negative, you have antimatter. And when the real number component becomes negative, then you have exotic matter. And exotic matter, you cannot find it anywhere. It's only inside supermassive black holes. It's a seed that caused supermassive black holes. And that's the only way you can get primordial black holes. And primordial black holes are actually quite mainstream because especially in Big Bang Theory, which is a total mess, but there it's even more necessary to have primordial black holes, because there you have to have huge galaxies already emerging after 5 billion years. No, like after 400,000 years after the Big Bang, and that's just not possible without primordial, because it's not possible at all. But it becomes slightly more plausible. But even in the cosmology of SPD quantum gravity, you still need something to cause the accumulation of mass to form galaxies. Without primordial black holes, you cannot have it. And by the way, the gravity that applies to this exotic matter is similar to electrogravity. So that's actually the only place where I use electrogravity. Normally I only use chromogravity. Chromogravity is the gravity that comes from the strong force, and electrogravity is the gravity that comes from the electromagnetic force. And it's much weaker than the normal gravity, and it has a limited reach for only 40 meters. And yeah, so but it can you can have exotic matter seeds, and they cause primordial black holes, and that leads then to the formation of galaxies. Okay, I hope that you understood something, you have some insight into this theory. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.